What's up, guys? It's your boy Ali coming at you live from EKP The Trench, and today I am going to be breaking down how I engineered one of my favorite songs by Blackbird featuring Save Ozzy, Red Bulls. But in my FL Studio, I gotta save this hose in my house. You see why in a sec. Without wasting your time, I'm really gonna try to keep it simple, keep it short. It's an old mix from last year before I changed my PC, so I'm loading the file from a hard drive. It's gonna say there's some plugins, but don't worry about these. We can work our way around it. Yeah. So let's, without wasting your time, let's get into it. This is the song. This is how it sounds like. I'm just gonna turn up the master. Yeah, because some plugins are obviously not here, but don't worry about that in a sec. I'm just gonna take this back to default. Let's go. My bad.
All these hoes in my house. Need to get up out my space. I just got that VVS. I don't need no other chicks. All these hoes in my house. Need to get up out my space. I just got that VVS. I don't need no other chicks.
Okay, so that's like basically the hook of the song. I'm just gonna break that down for you guys, part by part, so you can have an idea of what it is we did to get to that texture that the vocals was giving off just now. Yeah, I'm gonna be starting off from the main vocals without anything else. Shout out to the Far for the mad instrumental. It was crazy, it's on fire. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of this video so you can check out the producer who made the beat. Yeah, and also to my socials as well. Yeah, if you fuck with what you heard, the song is online for download worldwide on all streaming platforms. Just search for Red Bulls by Blackbird, but then again I'm gonna put the link in the thing. So this one, and yeah, let's get into it. Come over here. This one over here, and yeah, start one by one.
All these hoes in my house.
Yeah, that's the raw vocals without any processing on it. Wow, it's been a very long time since anyone loaded this project, so that's why there might be some delays here and there. So there's no additional processing, no normalization of the vocals, nothing like that. Levels are equal, balanced, and this is how it sounds.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah. Last week.
Okay, it seems on this track I routed the track 2 from the master to track 3. Track 3 is where the main processing is. Track 3 is where the main processing is, but on track 2 I did some noise treatment with NS1 noise suppressor. When it's turned on, it sounds like this. It's a Waves plugin, by the way.
All these hoes in my house.
The treatment is to help take care of any background noises that may have come up as a result of the settings when the song was being recorded. It wasn't recorded in the treated studio, but because of the processing, you might feel that way. So the next thing we did was we routed from this track to this track, and then I brought down the main volume knob to like -3 decibels. You can see that on the screen. We're gonna turn on this track, and you can see that this track, the main Vox box, is connected to the master. The first thing I had on was autotune. I like to use autotune EFX. I like the texture it gives my vocals. Apparently for the song I humanized 90%, not all the way to 100. It sounds like this together with the autotune. The key of the song happens to be in E minor.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah.
I don't know know if you can hear any difference, but yeah, that's the start. Next I use Fat Filter Q3 for this song. I took out some low end on the
All these
vocals.
hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah. Last week.
Okay, so you can hear some difference. Then I like to use Virtual Mix Rack. It's an old project. This is like um okay, just bear with me. This is Virtual Mix Rack Pop Vocals, a preset. To give the vocals a sort of feel.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so from there we use Fresh Air. I'm gonna reload this with Fresh Air. I use Fresh Air. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. And I like to use this preset vocal. Focus it vocal air. Yeah, it's vocal air. And it sounds like this.
All these hoes in my
Sorry,
house.
pardon me. With the Fresh Air, it sounds like this.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah. Last.
Okay, so you can hear the difference. What the Fresh Air did was bring up the high end of the vocals a little bit to make it a little bit more crisp, a little bit more present, a little bit more, lively, a little bit more spicy. So we turn that on. The next thing I like to do is compress. I like to use the CLA706 mono. Preset is vocal. Together.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah.
Already you can hear so much difference. Then I like to use DSR to take out some harsh frequencies.
All these hoes in my
Then
house.
I like to EQ again.
All these hoes in my house.
The EQ you're seeing here has been tampered with a bit, but I'll break that down in a sec. And I like to use what did I use this for? A limiter. I don't know exactly what I use this limiter for. Okay, I use this limiter as a noise gate for the vocals.
All these hoes in my house.
Okay, so it sounded really crisp, really present. And I like to use Echo Boy for my delay. Clean ping pong. You can copy the presets if you fuck with what you're hearing.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah.
So we wanted to go for something Travis Scott, something really trappy, something really trippy, something really spacious, and we ended up using this kind of delay because it gave the vocal that kind of feel. Then I used a Fat Filter and EQ again. The EQ, I know it's not that, but trust me, right? For every vocal that you load up on this mixer channel, you have to EQ it differently to your taste. The vocals here have already been consolidated, they've been EQ'd differently. The treatment you're seeing here might not be exactly for this particularly vocal, but it's just like a breakdown of how I like to process my vocals before I do my thing. EQ again for treatment, clarity, then we put some reverb on it. I like to use H reverb, I like to auto-tune my reverb, and I like to EQ my reverb again, and also sidechain my main vocals to the reverb channel so we can cut the vocal signal and the reverb when the artist isn't actually performing. So together
All these hoes in my house.
sounds like this with the reverb and the processing and the so on and so forth. It sounds like this.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. With the instrumentation, it sounds like this.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute this and unmute the consolidated track that has already been processed with that processing chain. So track 10, I routed the consolidated vocals to track 10. Track 10 I also treated because this is actually a backup to the main lead vocal over here, the main verse, the main hook, sorry. Yeah, it sounds like this.
All these hoes in my house.
So you can see how present the main vocals is. This is the main hook. I routed the main hook to two separate channels, 25 and 26, and I panned them all the way left and right to create some stereo depth in the vocals. Then for the backups, track 10, I brought it down a little bit over here. Then I also routed them to the same stereo separation channels. And the processing on the backup was quite different. I wanted it to be very, very wet. The delay, the trippy kind of feel. I used the fruity delay pre, and I also used an EQ to cut out the low end and the high end, so the vocal doesn't clash with the lead vocals in these certain frequency areas. And I use the chorus for some weirdness, because I really like it when it's weird. And last but not least, I like to separate my vocals using stereo separation. That's for like panning and stuff. So the backups sound like this.
All these hoes in my house. Yeah, yeah.
So with the lead vocals and the beat, it sounds like this.
All these hoes in my house. Need to get up out my space. I just got that VVS. I don't need no other takes. All these hoes in my house.
I think these are ad libs, but I treated them, routed them to track 11. Similar processing but different arrangements. The delay was different, the settings somehow similar, but the panning was different for the stereo separation. Chorus also different. Yeah, but basically that's it. Then there's another section of the song that's more like a rap verse for Save OZ, which happens to come over at the section over here.
I was a young nigga, big dreams, it's pristine. Yet it seemed that I really had a lot of fit to feel as in. Talking about my nigga, I be praying to Allah, really.
So yeah, basically it also this rap went through the main processing that the main lead vocals. This is like the same formula I used to get the although maybe not as much auto-tune on the rap, but and not as much delay, but you get the main jerk, you get the gist of the whole thing.
I don't need no other chase.
I was a young nigga, big dreams, it's pristine.
So you can see how we got to where we found ourselves, right? So for the master of the song, I know the master, it's been a while since I used such a master. The master I like to use now is something similar to, I think I'm going to set up another separate video for how I like to master my songs, or particularly how I mastered this one. But for the sake of hearing the song, we could just use this preset prepared down already for it. Shout out Sean Divine, really dope tutorial for mastering. Picked up a lot from there. Okay, from the top, sounds like this.
All these hoes in my house. Need to get up out my space. I just got that VVS. I don't need no other takes. All these hoes in my house. Need to get up out my space. I just got that VVS. I don't need no other chase. Need that green in my account. The other two pass out. She too clean, she too cloud. She too cute on account. I still chill with my sprite. What's my deal? I took flight. So I leave me like alright. Girl, you nothing of the side. You know it's dangerous, dangerous to live a life on the line like that. You know it's dangerous, dangerous.
Okay guys, I had fun. Like, I know it seemed rushed and here and there, but like if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me if you fuck with what you heard. Check out the song, it's fire. Yeah, so till next time, I love you guys. Take care.